This episode of Dr. Drew After Dark is brought to you by Ashford University. I'll tell you a little more about that later. Now let's get on with the show. Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey, everybody, welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. Christina P. and I are here again today. Be sure to support people who support the podcast. We do appreciate it. It lets us keep working in this glorious studio and keeping guys like native employed.
That's right, eating chicken wings.
That's right.
How is your wing count this week, bro?
It's pretty high. It is pretty high.
What can that lead to? Diabetes?
You can.
Diverticulitis for sure.
He's had that already. Mm-hmm. And already has a history.
Yeah, but now I have the antibodies for diverticulitis, right, Drew?
No, it doesn't really work like that. Didn't they have to remove a piece of your colon? Is that what happened?
Only 10 centimeters.
Okay, all right. Well, you're not having diverticulitis in that region, but you are prone to it. Oh, goodness. We have... oh, my goodness. We have so many interesting things coming through.
Oh, I
today.
can't wait.
We have lots of good videos to watch, too, but I want to get some of these calls because they're fascinating.
I love the calls.
Of course. Seth, let's do it.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on.
You bet.
What's your problem?
So my girlfriend and I have been together for almost 7 years. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Mommy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to propose to her very soon.
Nice.
But this issue that we're having is giving me pause for that. For the first, I would say, 2 years of our relationship, our sex life was incredible. I mean, she had an even higher sex drive than I did. And then she switched antidepressants. I believe that she's on Wellbutrin now. And ever since then, it's just been zero. I mean, zero interest.
Well,
she doesn't think about it. She doesn't.
So
yeah, I mean,
that's the medicine.
Like,
she needs
my needs or anything like that.
She needs to change medication
for
sure. I mean, you could please get her to go back talk to the doctor. I've seen relationships destroyed by this, and believe me, if somebody is really interested in sustaining her mental health, they will pay attention to the health and well-being of the relationships as well as her mood states. So please get her to go back. Now, it may not, that's between her and her doctor how they decide to deal with this, but it's not okay that the side effects from antidepressants kill your relationship. It's not okay.
It's not okay, and I feel like we're getting a lot of these calls.
Listen, the reason I did a whole campaign in 1997 and 98 to raise awareness about this, because the companies were denying it happened.
Oh, boy.
And I did 2 years of running around the country and writing a book and trying to educate about it. Finally, they came clean. And, now it's something psychiatrists pay attention to, but not quite the way they should.
Yeah, just be careful how you bring it up with her. Don't be like, hey, bitch, you used to put out, and now what's up? Like, you want to be like...
Oh, that sounds like Seth. Thank you for insulting Seth.
That's how my husband would be like, you used to give the pussy, where's my pussy at?
I'm at your mom's house.
Now I think I understand.
I'm at your mom's house listener.
Good.
So
but now I think I understand what Bert's talking about when he goes, have you seen Tom's behavior?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, you just have to bring it up the right way with a lady, because otherwise she can take it more personally and not want to do shit about it.
But here's something, the way to bring it up, I think.
Yeah, how should you do it?
Is I really enjoyed that part of our relationship. I miss it.
You.
I miss the connection we had. It seems like that medicine is getting in the way.
It's drying up your pussy, girl. Is dry pussy one of the...
Well, dry pussy is generally associated with decreased libido. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, they should put, at the end of the commercial, like, warning, they're going to include dry pussy.
Yeah.
And then everybody like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. and how... Didn't Joan Rivers...
Thank you for doing that work, Drew.
You bet, buddy.
Because I'm sure that you helped out a lot of people.
That was my...
I mean, I've done a ton of research into this. And we've tried. She exercises regularly. We've tried.
No. It's the medicine. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
And although Wellbutrin isn't as likely as some of the other ones to do this, any medicine can do this. Literally any medicine can screw with your sex drive. So don't let that happen. That's an intolerable side effect. In my
intolerable. And he's asking if he has a right to complain. Yes, it can ruin your marriage.
Right.
Don't.
I saw it ruin relationships. I really did. This is kind of interesting. I want to hear what Sam who's a young lady, has to tell us here.
Oh.
Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Dr. Drew. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Mommy.
So my stepmom, well, just a little bit of backstory. My stepmom had thyroid cancer about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Had that removed. Everything was fine up until about November of this year, December this year, she had to get another tumor removed.
Okay.
And it was on her trachea. There were obviously cells left over. It metastasized, and last night she had to go into surgery. But the way that they actually, it like, I don't know how to explain it. She was choking on a piece of steak, and that's like what made her start coughing and wheezing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it just got worse and worse. So my question is, what would like, did she hit something? Like, what was going on there?
Well, this is we as physicians often have to think very carefully and broadly when somebody comes in with almost any symptom. In other words, for instance, my job when I was in the psychiatric hospital for many years was to determine whether their underlying medical problems causing the depression, contributing to the depression, unrelated to the depression, but still, somehow figuring into so things like that seem as unrelated as choking. It's important. That's why we look around to go, why would this woman suddenly choke like that? That's kind of weird. And maybe there's something that's sort of causing it. Oh, by the way, she had thyroid cancer. Hey, man, we better kind of zero in on that area. A good physician will always or typically think that way. And so she didn't do anything other than choke, and the tumor was already there.
Damn. Do you actually like your stepmom, or were you kind of like bummed that she didn't choke and die?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, she's a good lady. She's a good one.
Oh, okay. Because I would have liked my second one to...
Just the second one.
Yeah, if we were talking about my stepdad, it would be another story.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. And where did the second one end up?
She's in the valley somewhere.
She's still here.
She's so mean. Just a cold-hearted Eastern European.
Oh, another.
Yeah. You think you're so smart. She's one of those happy, joyful types.
Sam.
Yeah, my stepdad is like 21 years older than my mom, so
oh, sweet.
That's the whole.
Well, good. Hey, good times.
Sweet.
So do you know what cell type I like? Sam. Sam's in on the joke.
Sam's the best. Yeah.
Do you know what kind of cell type of thyroid? Because there's different kinds of thyroid cancers. Do you know what type she had?
I have no clue, and I'm like all the way across the country from her. They're in Pennsylvania, and I'm in Colorado.
Right.
So
some
contact is a little limited right now.
Yeah, some are really quite benign in the sense of their course, and they can be controlled, and some are not. So you have to kind of determine what she has there, maybe get some more details. But the fact that it's recurring is already and it's recurring in a strange place, all kind of weird. You sure it's not a second cancer?
You'll break that dog's neck.
They actually found it in her lungs. My dog is crazy.
Yeah,
so
tell that dog to shut the hell up. We're trying to do a show here.
It's freaking Tiger King out there.
Yeah. Gee, how many dogs do you have?
Roadside zoo in Colorado Springs?
I have one. He's a little wiener dog, but he's so loud.
He's so loud.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that.
Okay.
All right,
Sam.
I have to go.
All right.
Bye, Sam.
All good. Take care. Bye. We'll miss you.
I love you, girl.
Have a good one.
You never got step parents?
No, my parents stayed married.
Oh, is that better? Is that better or worse? What do you think? Getting divorced? And
I think it's better. I have to sigh.
Well, because they're different. They're two sets of evils. Different.
That's right. Because we live a lot longer than we're supposed to. We do.
Well, what age should we be dying at biologically?
40, 50.
Yeah, medieval.
But medieval times. Like,
yeah, 35, 40. Dead.
There's one of the things that hooked me on this show, The Nick. Is after
The Mick?
The Nick, the TV show The Nick. You haven't seen The Nick?
The Nick, Nick.
Yes.
Is it a period show?
It's a period show about turn of the century hospital.
Oh, I'm all about it, bro.
And a surgeon who's doing all these sort of just improv. Here it is, and it's what's his name?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And it's all these improvisations with surgery, and they lose all their patients all the time, but they would have died anyways. They're like, but his senior officer, the guy that trained him, look at doing brain surgery.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
It's all extremely accurate to the period.
That's great.
Exquisitely accurate. Wait, more pictures. I love the Nick. And show the original surgeon, the original opening scene, because everyone freaks out with the opening scene because there's so much blood in it. And the surgeon who is the lead surgeon that's teaching the guy, what's the actor's name, please? Somebody, the guy.
Clive Owens.
Clive Owens.
Oh my gosh, that's a good cast.
Oh, it's fantastic. And he he gets Clive Owens hooked on cocaine because he goes, hey man, we got a lot of work to do, and if you want to really win, you got to inject this stuff.
You got to stay up for 12 hours.
Got to inject stuff. And the senior doctor ends up killing himself. And at his funeral, Clive Owen gets up and he goes, this man has been part of the advances of medical science. It's the turn of the century, and the average male born today can expect to live to 42 years of age. And I was like, I'm hooked.
Wow. 42. And that what period is this in?
1900.
Do you think how miraculous that is that we have doubled the life expectancy?
I know. It's crazy. So what's average? People don't appreciate it.
Let me tell you, but Western medicine...
Maybe this thing made people think about that stuff, this COVID.
Oh, it's a miracle. Yeah. Vaccines everything's a miracle. Wait, so what's the average life expectancy now for a male?
I think like we're up 80? Close to 80, yeah.
It's amazing.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, so because of that, we stay married a lot longer. Now we're getting married later. So then because we're getting married so much later, which makes sense for marriage, doesn't make sense for fertility. So we have to get sort of our hands around that using fertility technologies, right? And then if you can stay married your whole life, it certainly has economic benefits, and then that can get passed to your offspring, so it's better for them.
It's better
right?
for them, yeah.
And to be whole, see, something that people don't think about, you appreciate this where you guys are with your family. People think about the marriage. They don't think about establishing a family. They don't think about that anymore. You're building a family.
Right, and you don't think that generally when you get married.
No, you're building a life with your husband and a family, and then they go out and expand that family, and you want to still be intact at the core of it, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so there's a lot to be gained from that.
Well, I think
we have lost some of that by splintering and saying.
Yeah, can I tell you my mother was batshit crazy, but one thing she said to me.
Never mentioned that.
She said marriage is a business arrangement. It's not about love. Now I disagree. I think it is about love, but it is in a sense a bit like not a business, it's an arrangement.
The only contract you sign with society.
Right.
It's a social contract. It's the only one you actually sign that is only of a social construct. Other ones are financial contracts. And
right. But it is an arrangement in that they are your partner. It's somebody that you're going to build
a life,
an economic empire with, a family with. You can't just be like, this guy's hot, I like banging him. That's one component.
Yeah.
Can't be all of it.
No, exactly.
Is this person on drugs? Are they fucked up?
And I would argue you try not to leave any parts out.
Yeah.
Because people go, I don't really like him sexually, but I'll handle this part. It's like, no, don't do that.
Well, there are some people that are asexual and they just make good companions.
Yes.
And then, I don't know. But I agree. I can't not bang.
I just had a funny thought.
Sure.
This is the one
I love it. Free
you.
Associate, go.
Yeah, complete free association. The asexual, I was thinking about a patient of mine. I had a dream about a patient of mine that was asexual. I just happened to be thinking about him yesterday. Today, I woke up with a dream. Do you know who Tyrus is? The guy on Greg Gutfeld show. He's a wrestler, huge guy. He's sort of a political commentator, but he's like giant African-American man. Okay. And I woke up having a very vivid dream about him wrestling. Wrestling was not a weird dream.
Greco-Roman style?
No, it wasn't me wrestling. I was just watching him wrestle. And then I woke up and started thinking about him. And when I checked my phone, he just texted me.
No. What is
Which
that?
He never does.
What is that?
I don't know.
I think it's we're all unconsciously connected.
Yeah, I kind of worry about that. There's something in there.
My shrink, well, I think it's true too. I think you're unconsciously connected to certain...
Something. There's so much our brain doesn't tell us consciously. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So much we can't... I believe me, as somebody who sat in a room with people and had interesting sort of uncanny bodily-based experiences, I can tell you that happens.
Well, you're very empathetic.
Intuitive.
Intuitive. You pick up on people's stuff.
Yeah, I've not been practicing a lot of this stuff lately, but I was talking to an addict on the phone the other day. I never evaluated her before, and I just go, "What's up with your husband?" She's out of the blue. I was like, "I know there's something up with your husband." She's like, "Funny you should say that." And then the whole thing was about her husband. All the
See, and you just feel it. Your spidey senses.
It's weird.
Well, you deal in human life. That's your specialty, man. It's humans.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Sarah.
Can you hear me?
We hear you. What's going on?
All right. Yeah, I was going to ask your advice on changing primary care providers.
Okay. Go ahead.
I've been seeing my same, she's a doctor of nursing practice. She was like a nurse practitioner for a long time, and she recently got like her doctorate. But she's like not very helpful. So I don't know what to look for. in switching primary care doctors. I've had the same doctor for years.
And what is it you're looking for? What kinds of, what's your sort of need?
Just, I don't know. It feels like the doctor I have now just kind of like writes me off and plugs my symptoms into a computer and puts me on a new medication every time I go in.
Right. So you want somebody you got to develop a relationship with, somebody who's thoughtful, right?
Yeah, like actually seems to care.
Yeah, it's not that easy to find right now because primary care is just so. It's right. It's been getting worse for years and years because it's a discipline that is very painful to practice right now. It's extremely difficult.
Why? Paperwork.
Massive paperwork, all the liability, all the communication needs with the family, all the end of life issues. Everything funnels through you. The subspecialist won't take responsibility for anything. You got to be supervising everything all the time, and no reimbursement. You get paid way less than a plumber. Way less.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
I get paid $36 every 15 minutes by Medicare for my services, and sometimes they're very complicated services.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
That's the way it is.
That's nutty.
And so that's why people go. That's why people go into these subspecialties.
Is that why there's less MDs than there is?
Well, that's why that's why the MDs are going to subspecialties, and the nurse practitioners are picking up the slack. But there are internists out there. You want somebody with internal medicine, somebody who's dedicated to primary care. Ideally, if they have any kind of mental health training, it really makes them better because a lot of primary care includes mental health issues. So to me, the people that have the training I'm jealous of are the internal medicine psychiatry resident graduates. They have both. That's an amazing training. So if you can find that, or use word of mouth, somebody who just other people feel like if they need to be board certified in internal medicine, you need that, and then somebody that other people feel like they've told you it's somebody that cares. It's hard. It's really hard right now. It is
tough.
Our healthcare system is a mess, and it's but it's also interesting. So I did a lot of intensive care medicine in my training, lots of it. I did years of it afterwards too. I'm very good at ventilator management. I was going to be a cardiologist at one point.
I know, you just told me that.
And so I just did an interview with Governor Cuomo's office to go work in New York to work on the front lines. And they were like, "Can you put a line in? Yeah, can you put a P line?" But yeah, do all that stuff. I can do it all. And they're like, "Whoa, there aren't any internists that do that anymore." I was like, wow.
Why is that?
Because it's become a subspecialty now called intensive care. You're an intensivist, or you're a pulmonologist, or you're a hospitalist. You don't just do general internal medicine, which I do regularly now, and hospital-based medicine, which I did for years and years and years.
That was part of your regular training.
And intensive care medicine. So I would do all three. That has now splintered into three different subspecialties. Yeah, it's weird.
That's odd because you'd think that as a
I don't know how you know what you're doing without doing all that.
That's what I'm saying. So how would you know?
I don't know.
If someone came to you and I don't know, whatever.
Yes.
We got to redo all this medicine stuff, Dr. Drew.
Yeah, I don't know how we do it. I don't. It's a bigger problem than I don't have a strong opinion or a strong idea how we do it better. I know it's a mess. I get it, but by the same token, I also know nobody does better what needed to be done for COVID than we do. Nobody improvises, flexes, comes up with novel and gets expertise with novel interventions and things. We do it like nobody else.
The United States of America, you mean?
Nobody does it better than us.
So
when people were compared to Italy, I was like, no way. This is a totally different deal here in this country. We will figure out some great treatments.
We got the greatest minds in the world here. America, dude, always.
Yeah, USA.
Hey man, if I had to get sick in any country in the world, guess what? It's going to be here.
Well, my son got enterotoxigenic E. coli, like invasive E. coli in Spain, and I just sat and nursed him all night. I was scared to death. He almost died. It was horrible.
Oh my god!
And it was a cruise. It was a cruise ship thing, and I reported it to the cruise ship, and they did no follow up.
Cool.
Then I got H1N1 on the same cruise line.
Oh my god!
And I was like, I nearly died of that.
Fuck cruises. I think cruise is the most disgusting way to vacation. Anyways,
I disagree.
I don't like the buffet.
I like it.
Fuck a buffet.
I dig it.
Put your hands and sneezing all over it. I won't even go to the Gelson's salad bar anymore, and I used to love that one. It's unsanitary. How disgusting is a salad bar? Be honest. Is that like the grossest thing?
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah,
it's rough.
But if you can survive that,
I don't know. I like the buffet at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. Chelsea, what's going on? Chelsea.
You nasty as hell, Dr.
Hey, Dr. Drew.
Hi, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Hey, Hitler.
Hitler, where'd that come from? I missed that episode.
That's an old YMH. She's going in the vaults. What up, Hitler?
So I have a belly button question.
Oh.
I have a deep belly button, so I have to clean it so it doesn't get stanky. So when I'm in the shower, I use my finger or a Q-tip, and if I press them at the back of my belly button, I get a really weird tingling sensation
me too.
in my vagina, and I feel like I have to pee.
Well, would you get the same thing?
No, but I get a weird sensation when I put my finger in my belly button. It feels like it's in the core of my being.
Yeah, it is. It's essentially you're hitting up against a visceral reaction.
Yeah, I hate it.
And it's viscera. You're getting a visceral response, and some of the things that happen when you get visceral responses, you can lose your urine. That can happen.
Oh, so he's saying you're like surprising yourself.
Yeah, it's like a super visceral reaction.
Damn.
So yeah, don't worry about it, Chelsea. It is important to keep clean. You can get abscesses back there, and so that's actually good that you do that. Don't jam around back there, but just go ahead and
don't press on it too hard.
Right.
Stupid question. Is my belly button infinite? Where does it lead? Like if I were to stick the Q-tip in.
It's where you were connected to the placenta at one time. But now, no, it's all sealed off.
Where does it go? Just in
a dead end.
Wow.
But it's getting inside pretty far, so be careful. And you can get infected.
God, gross.
Yeah,
You've seen an infected belly button?
I've seen abscesses back there. It's good times. Yeah.
And not just because you don't clean the funk out of it every now and then?
And sometimes it just happens. Let's do one more call, and then we'll do some videos. I'm so excited to do the videos. Julian needs your help. Why can't I get it to work? Julian, what's up?
Hey there, Dr. Bruce.
Hey, man.
Hi. So this is kind of the thing I've been going through. So I'm 25 right now, and I never had a girlfriend, and even through adolescence. And so like when I was 18, I put a Craigslist ad out, kind of saying like I'm an 18-year-old dude just looking for someone to come over and J my D, And I kind of stuck to that for a while. Like I never got out of doing that. Craigslist went away, and now it's on Grindr.
Oh, so you actually were able to successfully found people.
Yeah, I found a lot of people.
Wow. Crazy.
Wow.
And a lot of people who did, just what I needed them to do. Like I would go to pretty much a stranger's car with my own, lotion.
Wait.
And, have them just,
And a woman?
and then I would just leave.
Oh, hold on. And a woman would do this? A woman would want to J or D?
No, not women, men.
Men. That makes sense. Sorry. That makes a lot. Okay.
Just came into focus.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. What kind of scallywags? Okay.
Sorry.
Never a woman.
I would actually prefer the scallywags. I can't find the scallywags. That's why I wouldn't, gone to dudes, the men seeking men. But it's kind of like as soon as that would come, like I would be like, oh man, I wish like I was just somewhere else right now. Like I was like,
wish what?
It would be kind of like kind of like shame. Like I would feel like shame afterwards. You know what I mean?
Right. That's normal.
And it's just kind of. But it's just like my friends and family kind of talk to me about like why don't you have a girlfriend? Like I kind of just like deflect or lie about it.
Oh.
Wait, so you're ashamed? You're ashamed that you're gay, or are you gay?
No, I don't feel gay. I'm not attracted to men. Like I don't like to kiss men or like, be that way.
And when you watch porn, what kind of porn do you like?
Straight porn.
Straight porn.
I actually watch straight porn while they do that for me.
I see.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's like imprisoned.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. I was a little nervous at first. Let me start over. So like when I pretty much never found a girl like up until 18. And so then, like, out of, like, pretty much desperation,
I get it.
I turned to the men seeking.
I get it.
It's called situational homosexuality.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And so this is, and it's not that uncommon that these men his age don't know how to get a relationship, how to have a relationship.
I know you've been saying that this generation, especially, it's problematic. They don't go through courtship and dating.
And so what should he do?
This guy?
Yeah.
This is you.
Come on now. I need a woman's point of view.
Well, how old are you again, Mommy? You're 25?
Yeah.
What do you do? Are you in college? Are you in school?
I feel good like with what I'm doing. Like I'm a courier right now in Chicago. I remember something that Dr. Drew said about like finding meaningful work, like even if it's not easy, just like finding something that means something to you and doing it.
Yes.
I haven't found that yet. I'm doing I worked in like restaurants and labor, None of that, nothing really stuck with me.
So I get it. So Julian, so you have two problems, right? One is you want to have a connection with somebody, but the other is you don't feel meaningfully engaged in the world. So I suspect if you solve the engagement part, meaning the work part, the other part will take care of itself. Because when you start feeling worthwhile and you're doing something worthwhile and you're, of course, meeting people at work and, through the engagement that you're involved with, you'll meet somebody. You will meet somebody. The only thing I'll urge you is be careful. Don't get obsessed. Think more in terms of just meeting people and learning how to date. Just getting the skill of dating.
Even just talking to women. How are you with talking to women in general?
So it's so funny because, like, when you're on Grindr, like, I could just have a picture of my D on there, and then it's like, hey, do you want to do it? No. Do you want to do it? No. But then, like, when I'm on Tinder, I'm trying to meet women on there, but it's like I can spend like 12 minutes just thinking on one message.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I don't know.
Like,
you
I
gotta
don't know
go
if they'll
real
get my
life.
sense of humor or like, I think I'm better in person.
And what does he do
like
now? I mean, now think about how hard it is for guys like this.
It's terrible because you get in. Listen, it just sounds like you're in the habit of doing something that's easy and that's worked for you. So in order to get out of this, when this whole quarantine is over, obviously not now, you're going to have to go to real life, sweetie. You got to get off these apps. This is crippling you. This is hobbling your ability to make meaningful connections. How's your body? Are you in shape? Take this time now to fix your shit up.
I've been,
How do you look? Are you taking care of
I've
yourself?
always been like 50 pounds heavier than I should be.
Lose that fucking weight.
Not too bad. I'm on the bike, so I do the courier work.
Get rid of the carbs. Cut out the carbs.
Yeah, take care of yourself first. So when this thing, take care of yourself. So when this is over, you hit the ground running. You look good.
It will build on itself eventually.
Yes.
It's hard, man. It is so hard to be that age right now. It is.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
In the setting of all this, it's hard. You will get through it. It will get better. I'm hoping that whatever the transformation is that comes after COVID includes improvement that way. In terms of people just getting more social skill and being out together, because when we miss it so much, so go date, go do stuff, just take a risk, go out with people. And then more opportunity for millennials. We need more meaningful engagement.
One of the reasons, the only thing I really miss right now is stand-up comedy, because it's one of the last places where people are together doing something old school. You're not supposed to be on your phone. You're there sharing a collected experience. That's like, to me, the old world, pre-technology.
So you should figure out a way to have comedy shows that include some sort of dating component, some sort of meeting,
like a meet. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Sit next to someone.
Fans of Christina P. all gather together. All your Mom's House fans come in and
like have a mingle, maybe like a meet and mingle.
Have your Mom's House mingle
after the show
at your mom's house.
That's a really good idea.
It is a really good idea.
I think I want to do that. Yeah, like after the late show.
Yeah.
Open it up as like a bar and have all those people.
But have it really sort of structured in some way, like something that really motivates people to meet and share. They can start with their appreciation for your podcast. It gives them something to talk about. Yeah. Like, what's your favorite episode? Boom. Off you go.
So we've got to give them like question cards to ask each other to get the conversation
Seriously,
started.
we should do this.
I'm fucking serious.
We should do it. Maybe we should, because our thing is the call in sort of relationship stuff. Maybe we should do it.
I would love to.
Yeah, let's do it.
I've always wanted to do a dating service with YMH people.
There's some guy that Tom's talking to that does live events.
Oh.
I sat next to him on a plane randomly. Did you hear about this?
No, but I'm just thinking the speed dating.
He does all the Schitt's Creek stuff.
Oh.
And he said, Mom's House ought to do something. I said, talk to Tom. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we'll do that once the quarantine is up.
Yeah. And when do you think we'll be able to have comedy shows again?
I am hoping. I'm an eternal optimist, and I'm trying not to let my optimism color my opinion about what's coming.
Yeah.
So I'm just hopeful. One of my hopes is that this thing will be sensitive to heat and the summer will kill it off.
Me too.
And there'll be some sort of massive decline in the summer. I'm hopeful. I don't know that that's going to happen, but maybe that would be something. And then we could go do this in August.
That'd be great. And young people generally are in the comedy clubs.
And that doesn't mean we can do it. If we can do it in August, doesn't mean we can do it in October and November, because this thing may come back then too. So be careful.
God damn.
Time to take a little break so I can tell you about our sponsor, Ashford University. That's right. They can help you have a brighter future at Ashford. It's an online bachelor and master's degree program. You can learn on a convenient and flexible schedule. And I think we've all become accustomed to online learning now. And Ashford, of course, has expert faculty teaching you real-world skills from real world experience from your home in online classes built for life's twists and turns. You can pursue a degree to help you have a brighter future in one of Ashford's 60-plus programs: business administration, healthcare administration, psychology. They have 24/7 access to your classroom, daily support. Financial aid is also available. And Ashford gives you the tools you need to keep climbing. You're made for moments like this because you are #tenacity made, just like Ashford. Again, this is something that I think is in the zeitgeist right now. So take advantage of what Ashford University does best. Education is personal at Ashford University. Your success is their success. There's no fee to apply or standardized testing required to enroll. Do it today. Go to ashford.edu/Dr. Drew. Again, ashford.edu/Dr. Drew. So let me spell it out again. ashford.edu/DRDRW. Not all programs available in all states. Now let's get back to the show. Let's clear ourselves with some video, shall we? It's time.
A palate cleanser.
Yes, it's time to clear.
Shit.
Which one? Look at those.
I'm
Look
not
at the list.
sure.
Look at that list.
Well, where do you want to go, Drew? Do you want to do
Osiris's mate?
No, we're done. A dick suck ain't cheating.
Instagram meth head.
Okay. Okay, you win. Instagram method.
Uh-oh.
Fucking bitches need to stop hacking my shit and looking at my dick. Do you fucking hear me? I want my fucking messages from Kelsey. Stop blocking our messages. It says she's blocked.
That's not meth.
No, what is this mania?
Reminds me of more of that sort of incel world.
Oh, like terrorists and stuff?
No, they're just an angry group. Do you know the incels?
Incels meaning celibates?
Involuntary celibates.
Oh, I thought you meant like Al Qaeda.
No.
What are those people
no, not
called?
a cell, not a terrorist cell. I mean an incel, which is a whole world of guys that are pretty angry.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's because they can't get with women and then they become celibate?
I mean, that's kind of the zone, but some of them do it intentionally, not so involuntarily. But I mean, he's kind of the meth mustache doesn't look like that. The meth mouth doesn't look like that.
No, you're saying
the meth eyes. He doesn't have the white above the iris. It's not meth. So keep going.
I can't get a fucking hold of her on any fucking platform. I haven't had a message from her in 5 fucking days, dude. I don't know what the fuck to do, dude.
And see, it's about a girl, and that's where they get up pretty intense. Yeah. So I think that fits my assessment. I think we're pretty
Do you fucking hear me? Someone fucking help me! I just want my fucking friend back to fucking get a fucking message. Where's my fucking friends, dude? Honestly, how can you not fucking be a fucking friend when you're a friend, you fucking assholes? You guys are fucking douchebags. You think you fucking care about me? Look at how you're fucking making me feel. Are you fucking stupid by hacking me? I fucking feel like shit, dude. Thanks for fucking up my life. Very fucking funny, you fucking piece of shit, Asian-ass bitch. Guarantee you some fucking gooks on their fucking command center.
Oh boy, he's a racist now. So what now, at first it looks like he's in a car.
I think it isn't he?
Cars don't have wallpaper. Look at the wallpaper over his lip.
Oh shit!
And then what's over in the ceiling? What's up there?
Oh no! You know what this is? I have a feeling that the glass from that back window is missing, and he is covering it. With
Back in focus, everybody. Back in focus.
All right. So you think? Sorry. So just to be clear, he's celibate.
Look up incel, Nadav. Let's give.
And he's enraged by this woman that he can't have. DMing.
He was like making some progress, it sounds like, and somebody got in the way of it, and so it was very upsetting. So let's see what the Incel Urban Dictionary. Here we go. Involuntary celibate person who has horrible personality and treats women like sexual objects and thinks his lack of sex life comes from.
He's a horrible person.
Let's go to it. I think that's a judgmental way of getting.
Yeah. Comes from being ugly.
When it's really just blatant sexism and a terrible attitude. Incels have no self-awareness. Even when they see other ugly men with girlfriends, that's their thing. They're other guys.
These are cool guys. This is like the very definition of a cool guy.
It's a kind of a cool guy.
Yeah.
It's a certain version of cool guy. Let's see. They ugly men with girlfriends. They consider these men to be tricksters who have somehow beat the system. These guys also, I think they get into the, what's that world that there used to be a book about? The Game, the book The Game, about how to manipulate women and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think they get into that stuff.
Yeah, it's like they're douchebags.
I guess so.
These guys are douchebags. They're kind of sexist and
Are they
misogynist
generally also racist? Do we know? Because I'm just looking for evidence of whether this guy's an incel.
Oh yeah, people of color. It's written there. Communities of the internet coming up with ways to make genocide of people of color. I don't know.
What?
No, sorry, I must have.
Genocide of Chads. Oh my God, I can't read anymore.
Anyway.
So anyway, it kind of fits, right?
He's kind of.
I kind of got it, didn't I?
Yeah, he's a shitbird. He's just a bad. He's annoying.
I feel terrible for incels because those are guys that are really desperate, really lonely, and really upset. And there should be a way to manage that. It seems to me if somebody were more direct with them.
Well, you'd think that the internet would help such a personality, but
they find like-minded, as always. It makes everything bad worse. The internet makes everything bad worse.
Correct. And if we could have the social correction, which is what interaction is
with human beings.
Yeah, he could say, "Oh gosh, I'm being a douchebag," because girls tell you, "Hey, you're a douchebag," over and over.
Right, as opposed to just the internet, and you just move away from it, and then go into your echo chamber, as opposed to sitting with somebody going, "Dude, did you hear what you sound like to me? It sounds terrible."
I think what is the solution? Is the solution to not let your children on social media until they're 18?
I have a friend that runs a digital wellness thing called DCA Kids, and she lets her kids on a phone an hour a day.
I think I'm gonna do the same. Because could you imagine your teenage brain being warped by Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, porn? I mean,
Yep. Yes, I think back to our primate conversations, you and I.
Yeah.
Imagine you showed some crazy stimulating virtual reality to chimpanzees.
Yeah.
When they're 11
and they're forming.
Yeah. Would you be surprised if their brains form differently?
Yeah.
Right.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. They need to just be with other kids.
I think we will look at the telephone the way we think about tobacco.
Oh, interesting.
Can you imagine we encourage that one day?
Well, because it's so addictive. I mean, anyway.
All right, here we go. A dick suck ain't cheating.
Oh my God! So you getting dick sucks on your way to?
Looking for you though. Damn.
So you was looking for?
You want me to keep beating my dick and being backed up? The bitch want to suck dick. I let her suck my dick.
Oh
my God. We don't want him backed up. We don't want him to get backed up.
Right.
I don't want him backed up.
I mean, he was looking for her.
I set this scene
it's
for me.
her
I'm totally
fault,
lost.
but it's her fault. So that's his wife, and he went and got dick sucks outside of their marriage.
Oh,
but
so he didn't get backed up. Yeah.
So he doesn't. Yeah, and she's like, I was looking for you though. So you can't get mad, dummy.
Oh my fucking feelings hurt right now.
I will not cheat on you, Shabri.
You did. You did, JR. You already cheated. We supposed to wait till we get married to do what we do. When you get my ring. But you walk to work and you let a bitch and you let her suck your dick. That easy.
At 33 inches, you do all that digging. You don't want to get no pussy. You don't want to keep running the house, parking the cars. I don't want to see where the fuck you at. Are you serious?
So that give you an excuse to fucking just cheat on me.
I ain't cheat. A dick suck ain't cheating.
That is.
Well, it brings a very philosophical, important question.
Yeah.
Is a dick suck cheating?
I'm going to take that. I'm going to refer you to the Unexamined Life with that question. We're going to go on that podcast and check it out.
Oh, I mean, look at Bill Clinton.
What would Descartes say?
No, the dick doesn't exist. How do we have to prove the existence of the dick first? There is no dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Therefore I Am did not include anything about the penis.
He ruined the world with that statement. But
yeah, Mr. Clinton had a similar kind of way of compartmentalizing things. Like what?
Yeah, if by oral you mean on the mouth of the person, it was all semantic. So
not sex.
Not sex. How do you define it? Okay, so would Susan be mad if you got dick sucks?
Yes. Yes.
Is that cheating?
Yes.
But what if you were on your way to Susan?
Even if I was backed up and I couldn't find her.
Yeah.
And it was an emergency.
And it was an emergency. An emergency dick sucks. Yeah, I'd agree. I think that's cheating.
I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with that.
I know. Same. I didn't feel good either way.
No, it makes it feel sad for them. Anyway.
Well, and also that Cherie put it on an Instagram Live. Like, if you'll notice, she blasted him, put him out on blast.
But it was he knew he was on Instagram Live. She had been holding her phone up.
Right. That's the fight too. Like, you do this to me. It's sick.
What do my friends think?
Yeah. Would your wife be mad if you Instagram lived one of your marital spats?
Yes, but it's an interesting idea. Maybe I should. Maybe.
Oh my God, you would?
No, I didn't say that. I just said interesting idea. It's the other thing I'm gonna have you talk to the guys at Unexamined Life.
Oh my God.
Partially Examined Life. Okay, punch. Fetishes.
Oh Christ.
Oh.
I don't like this one either.
That hurt.
I don't know. It's hard to watch.
Oh, is she gonna pee on him now or something? What's going on here?
No. Nah.
Oh, and go back at it again. Now in a bikini. Perfect.
I mean, at least it's not on his beanbag, I will say. Like, it's his face and not his dick and balls.
And why can't we at least go back and forth one side of the jaw to the other? Why does that have to be the left side only?
I don't know. And is she holding in her thumb, which is improper form?
Yeah, it's weird. So
She's not supposed to fucking do
It's kind of a partial slap. But maybe that's... Oh, now the slap.
Speaking of slap, there you go.
Maybe that's what he really likes. It's a good one. Oof. She's good at the slapping.
She is really
not
good.
Not so good at the punching.
She's little. You wouldn't think that.
Yeah.
He's got them hungry tits, too.
What?
Little hungry titties.
What does that mean?
It means they need to eat more. They're starving. You never heard that? We talked about that. No. She got them hungry tits.
Let me see them again.
She needs a boob job.
What does that mean? Oh, they're not enough?
They're not. I wish I had hungry tits, actually. I wish mine were small. Yeah.
I see.
Oh, man.
Doesn't hungry imply hungry for something?
Yeah, they're hungry for fat. She needs to eat some tops, dude. Some burritos.
She needs to, yeah, okay.
Needs to bulk up them titties.
Okay, all right. It's all good. It's all good. She could eat a sandwich.
Yeah, right. She's underweight.
The dog, get her tuna melt. Okay, Lady Brown.
Oh, this one is fascinating. A number one. You're gonna like this lady.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
You just went to the bathroom like on my property, and I'm playing there. No, are you kidding me?
What's she doing?
You just took a poo right here on my property, and I have my kids playing right here. That's really not okay, Steve. Can you get a couple poop bags, please? Can you please get a couple poop bags?
Well, she did it in the bushes.
My husband's gonna bring you a couple of doggy bags.
We have a bowel problem, guys.
She just took a huge dump right there.
You're standing up for her?
A little bit.
What?
Because I mean, first of all, I love the British accent. You took a poo.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Her inflection.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it's British, right? A little bit.
A little bit. You took a poo on my.
Okay, Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
So, first of all, if I saw somebody poo on my property, which does happen a lot these days with the homeless thing.
Oh, really?
It happens a lot. Not just my property, but everybody's property.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You sound like you have a lot of sympathy for these public poopers.
Listen, my Mike Cathwood, we used to write Love Language.
Yes.
He was working out with my son at Gold's Gym, and this was like 8 years ago. And they were talking about how bad the homeless problem was then. And he goes, "Oh yeah, people just they'll crap on the street, they're peeing." Or at that moment, a VW van door slid open, and a woman's dress flew up, and her ass hung out like she was hanging onto a bar or something, and she crapped on the sidewalk.
Why?
Right in front of them.
Why are people doing this? This is unacceptable.
People that are homeless are having mental health issues.
Oh, right.
And
but the woman in the van had a van. She wasn't homeless.
That's homelessness.
Oh, that's home. She was living in her van.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was not a pretty van. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought it was like I pictured out because you said the West Side. I was like, oh, it's Santa Monica. They're at Gold's Gym. I had this whole thing that was
this
like.
This was like imagine a total broken down, piled with pizza.
Gotcha. Fucked up.
Yeah. And
damn.
And that woman may have a bowel problem. Maybe she couldn't help herself. Maybe just some sort of horrible. Maybe she was absolutely freaked out and had to do it and had no way to not do it.
Okay, I'll go with you on that.
Now I would, but my point is, if whether it's a homeless person or an Asian lady who's having a moment, don't go after the person. Just let them walk on.
Okay,
just let them walk on.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I would not, because that was my statement when we watched this on YMH. I'm like, yeah, but would you have the nerve to be like, no, get back? I would be like, something's wrong.
It's Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Like she's like, oh, I need to teach you something, young lady. Like, it's like, no, Mary Poppins.
She's crazy. Let her shit on your lawn and deal with it.
Either she has a medical problem or she's crazy.
Exactly.
Either way, you do not want to get involved.
That's what I said. Tom was
you.
like, I'd fucking tell her to come back. I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Come back to clean it up?
Yes. Now here's the deal, man. You said maybe it could be voluntary.
I like that she had a poo bag. She had a poo bag with her.
So that's the thing. That's the mystery. That's the real mystery, Brownlock, is had Shiana, did she have premeditated knowledge of her bowel problems?
Issues. She might. And maybe she knew I better be prepared just in case something happens. Maybe it's happened before, maybe I got, who knows? She looked at the comedy though. The woman that did the pooing looked so proper and mortified.
She's like, "What, me? Yeah, hello." But did you want me to pick it up? But she offered to pick it up
she say that?
really quickly. No, she was like, "Oh, I have my bag."
Yeah.
So she knew she was going to take a dump that day in public,
she
right?
knew she could take a dump. The bag does not necessarily mean definitive evidence that she was planning.
It was premeditated dump.
It means planning for the possibility.
The possibility.
Yes.
So you're right. So what an interesting layer you've just added
Yes,
is that she had a worry that she might brown.
And what's interesting is you would think if it were something that she can control, she wouldn't do it next to the kids playing in the backyard.
Or in broad daylight. I find it a very bold choice
Let me see where where the crime occurred again one more time, because I think. Could she have backed into the bushes further, which is kind of interesting?
I kind of would have. I would have chosen a more secluded.
But even that spot, could she have climbed in a little better? Which is kind of a weird idea that she's left herself exposed.
Here's another bag.
No, it's pretty dense. You couldn't get in there. She just sort of backed into it.
I wouldn't
my kids
humiliate
play right
her
here
either. I wouldn't. But then again, what if this isn't the first time?
Well,
what if this
if this is a habit, then we got an issue.
Then you got to address.
So keep going, Mary Poppins. What's going on?
Mommy.
Oh, she's like scooping up with her
There's
hands.
a huge pandemic going on.
Oh, I see. She's worried about exposure. Sorry.
And her hands covered in caca. And she wore white, which is bold as well. If you've got a bowel problem,
I like her style. Sorry, and just walks on.
I mean, you get caught.
My bad.
Yeah, you get caught shitting. She did handle it well.
And she's stylish, very
so
stylish.
we at YMH had another theory, a cultural theory. Now, Nadav, who had just visited China in December prior to this pandemic, was saying that people dump on the streets all the time in mainland China.
Nadav?
Look, I'm not saying that they dump on the streets all the time in mainland China, but that is something, just squatting and taking a shit just outside is something that happens over there.
In malls, it happens in Disneyland.
Which is why, tourist places, they have to put up signs for mainlanders to say, don't take a shit here.
They put up signs instructing.
Maybe at very least the threshold is lower because she grew up in that environment.
Yeah, and in India too, it's very prevalent.
So this is again, the British are just so uptight.
She just took a huge dump right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Bring me some TikTok. Come on now. Christina's best.
I'm so excited.
Hold on one second.
Oh dear.
I'm looking for people who like scary movies. Please. Do you like scary movies? Please. If you like scary movies or cosplay of scary movies, just let me know.
So I had to kind of educate Tom about some of this stuff.
Yeah.
That this is trisomy 21. This is
right. Down syndrome. I've heard of this. Yeah.
Yes. And so there's many different sort of versions of Down syndrome, sort of variations on the theme, and some of it can look somewhat normal like him.
Yeah.
But has some cognitive difficulties.
Right.
So you're making fun of him?
No. I was just wondering, do you like scary movies? And if so,
give him a call.
At Ike Scott of Hero would like to be your friend if you wanted to be friend. Now, may I present something to you and tell me if
wait, Ike Scott of Hero?
Ike Scott of the Hero or something like that.
Go ahead, yeah.
I do feel as though that the Down syndrome community was more visible back in the 80s. I feel like They were more integrated into society. For instance, at my local grocery store, you would have
one working there.
Yeah, and I'm like, you don't see them as integrated into society. I think that's a bad thing.
I wonder if that's some function of job availability, right? Maybe this maybe something about employment right now is, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about the way people are being employed, or the type of employment, and then maybe it didn't work out so well.
Oh, I wouldn't mind if you broken eggs if it meant that, like,
I agree with you.
I was making this person feel they're part of society.
And generally, the movement towards meeting people where they are has helped us out a lot. And so I think it's funny you bring this up, because culturally I think we move in the right direction, but maybe from an employment standpoint we have not.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it? Wait, have we moved forward culturally?
I think so.
How so? Like, how are we treating this population?
I think less trying to make them something they're not.
Oh,
and more trying to let them be what they are, the fullest extent of what their being is, and celebrating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay. What do you like? Scary movies? You guys? Oh, this guy's my favorite. This is my favorite. So these are quarantine talks that are coming around now, and they're so fun.
Quarant talks.
I love quarant talks.
I don't really know how it happened, but I have a bob with bangs. Literally, it was an accident. It just happened naturally. I don't want it. I don't want this responsibility.
He says, I don't want this responsibility. That's the best, right?
It just happened.
It just happened. How many?
Did I see this one? Did I see this one with Tom or something?
Probably.
Or maybe I went onto your TikTok, which is always a very terrible experience for me.
What's funny is that we're all cutting our own hair.
I think I went onto TikTok and saw this.
Oh, yeah. We're cutting our children's hair, and now there's this whole generation of kids with quarantine haircuts.
Yeah,
we cut Ellis's hair. It's horrible. Tom did the total bowl cut. Like, they've got Lloyd Christmas hair.
Here, I have a weird variation of that theme. My wife was a cosmetologist, so she knows how to cut hair. And when I get my hair cut, people are pissed. How did you get a haircut?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't have her cut my hair.
Yeah.
What is the world we living in?
I know. People get mad.
Virtue signaling for even a haircut.
There's a lot. I love the Nextdoor app. I don't know if are you on that in your neighborhood?
I think we are in something like that. We're on Citizen or something.
Well, Nextdoor, the people are fanatic in my neighborhood about virtue signaling, about who's wearing their mask, who's not wearing the mask, who's jogging and not wearing the mask.
We saw Christina's son walking down to get the mail without a mask.
I know. It's getting gnarly. But anyway. Oh, this lady's my favorite. So
her name is Beeves?
No. No, she's a gynecologist, and she's been posting these wonderful TikToks about vaginal health.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I really dig her, actually.
Can I do the Beeves bacterial vaginosis in 50 seconds? Let's try. It's not an infection. What it is when the 3 tribes of the vagina microbes, that is,
I love
have
her.
had a little squabble, and the good guys didn't win. The bacterial vaginosis germs won. Okay? Now, how you know you have this is you might begin to smell kind of strange under certain circumstances. The reason for this is that when you have bacterial vaginosis, your discharge contains an amine group. When this comes in contact with basic substances, you release a fish odor. So you're going to smell like a dead fish from time to time.
Did
this
she
is
put
not
the fish
good.
on there?
Yeah.
There are certain drugs that kill off the anaerobes. You need to kill them. You need to kill them. And then you need to restore balance to your vagina. We'll talk about that later.
So she's well done. I'm completely signing off.
her.
What's her name? What's it say there?
At Gynolightful.
Kind of lightful. Gynorific.
Yeah, she's so rad, dude.
She's rad.
Yeah.
And she's absolutely correct. That's a lovely way to explain it. And there's a cream you can take called metronidazole that kills non-oxygen using bacteria called anaerobes.
I always thought that BV was a sexually transmitted disease. I did not know. Vaginosis, I believe I thought was.
Trichomoniasis is, which is a protozoan. Trick, you hear that. And BV, for a while there, they would talk about it as though it were that sex might like men could get colonized or something and transfer it back to women. There's still some talk like that.
Right. Like a yeast infection, you mean, can be passed between partners.
Some maybe kind of thing in an unusual situation. Yeah.
Wow, man.
We got to have her on the show.
The vag. I would love to.
The vag is a complicated
Hello, my name is
ecosystem.
Rosaria Harris. I'm new to TikTok. I'm trying to make friends. And I should have family and friends on here. Whoever want to look me up, they can look me up. Have a nice day. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
I like her.
I do too. And the good part of this is that she has been making friends on TikTok. No, friends, I say followers. She's become very popular since I've curated this.
Did you do this?
I don't think so. I didn't post this one publicly yet.
Is this sort of typical of her stuff?
Yeah. She's a bit... well, I need a medical opinion. I don't know if she's of diminished capacity or she's just...
Simple.
Simple. I don't know.
Talked.
Not trisomy 21. She's
No,
not.
no. Talked. Because, I mean, you can get talked by just the nature of the platform.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
There's diminished capacity to present on a platform. I know. I could I could look talked on this platform.
I look talked every day.
Yeah, right. So
I was going to ask you about Klinefelters. I learned about this in high school, and I've not heard it mentioned since.
I took care of one case of Klinefelters.
And that's when a man looks feminine, or is that right? The Klinefelter syndrome. It's like a mixing of a gender-looking people, right?
It's a little more complicated now. Let me look it up. Make sure I don't get it wrong. I think it's XYY. Let's see, right? XYY?
Yes, I remember this from like 10th grade biology something.
It's certainly not something.
That's how I knew trisomy 21, because I remember it from high school.
Right.
Klinefelter, there it is.
There we go. Symptoms and causes.
The feminization
when
of
the boy is with
male,
an extra copy of the X chromosome, so XXY. The Klinefelter may adversely affect testicular growth, smaller than normal testicles, lower production of testosterone, little or no sperm. So they're sort of as I remember, they're kind of tall and slender.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it's a little more feminized, but they're not really feminized. They're just not a proper male, so to speak, as Mary Poppins would say it.
So they're a very tall, lanky.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Klinefelter's gentleman.
There he is. There's one.
There's one.
And you see they don't have a lot of muscular development.
Musculature.
And they, again, testicular development is kind of off. They don't produce normal sperm and things.
Oh.
And there's probably many variations on it because like anything in medicine, when you say, here's the syndrome, there's all kinds of weird biological variations on that. So why do you bring it up?
I don't know why. I wanted to ask you because the word pops into my head every now and then.
Klinefelters. We should find out who Dr. Klinefelter was. That's even more interesting. No, I doubt he had. Who was? May I look it up?
Who was Dr. Klinefelter? His starved. There's my Hitler.
Klinefelter.
Hello, Johns Hopkins. I always thought it was John Hopkins, but they added an S on Johns.
He was born in 1912. Lived till 1990. He was at Hopkins School of Medicine. He what else? Did he actually come up American rheumatologist and endocrinologist? Klinefelter syndrome is named after him.
Whoa, he was a Klinefelter.
He was not a Klinefelter. He identified.
Oh, right, he
identified.
Okay, gotcha.
Good for
That's
him.
exciting.
I can't believe he lived till 1990. Usually it's somebody that was in full swing at the turn of the century. You know what I mean?
Dude, 1917 he was born?
1912, according to mine.
Jesus Christ. He's
Bernie
not alive
Sanders
anymore.
He's gone for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Bernie's old as that, right? When Bernie was born in 1911. Is that right?
I hope not. He'd have to be 100, right? 110. He'd be 110.
Wait, look up how old Bernie Sanders is. I heard that there was a thing on Stern this morning. They're like, who's older, Bernie Sanders or duct tape? 41. Sorry, no, not 11.
All right, let's give us some more talks.
He's old as fuck. I don't want to be 78. Just fucking put a bullet in my head.
Kidding.
How old do you want to be? I mean, you're in great shape.
Yeah, but
you're gonna be good.
I don't know.
Oh, this
a ventilator in my future.
I blame both of my parents for these fucked up genetics because now I look like a fat Harry Potter.
Well, she's onto something.
I know.
and I wouldn't call it fucked up. It's kind of attractive.
She's cute.
Yes.
I know.
Great hair, good features.
I really liked her. I just thought that was a really funny one.
That is funny. Good for her.
Yeah.
It's good to know yourself.
Yeah, she's rad.
This video goes out to everybody in the Tiger Pack. Listen. You guys, I'm putting this video out there because I want to make something clear. We don't care what other families you join. We don't care what those families are. Another thing, we don't care who you duet. We don't care if the person doesn't like our pack. You duet who you want. You be in what family you want. We don't give a damn. We really don't care.
Who's we?
That's what I tell people.
So let me press pause off. Okay, so he's a member of the Tiger Pack, which is an anti-bullying group, and he protects people that are TikTok. The trisomy, like they protect people from being bullied. TikTok tact. And so he's like, there's some rules to our club. We don't care who you do it. We don't care. Like he's just making rules for his club.
Well, good for him.
Good for him. May I ask you this, though, from a psychological, what is this need to make these defensive videos of like, I saw y'all in my comments saying this shit. I'm going to kill everyone. Like, what is that?
Is feeling small and helpless, so you got to get angry and big.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Puffing his chest out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it. I mean, we all kind of want to do that, but right? I mean,
yeah, but you don't.
But you don't, right?
Right, because you know that'll probably incite more attacks.
Right, and your frontal lobe is fully functioning. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. What do you mean?
I mean, you can contain non-dominant impulses or dominant impulses and come up with a non-dominant impulse that's not as satisfying, but maybe a little more mature.
I have impulse control.
Yeah. You can plan the future. You can predict. You can use your frontal lobe.
So,
the ventral medial prefrontal cortex and the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex are working.
So who would have a lack of impulse control? What types of people?
Most Americans.
Meaning
there's a lot of that these days.
Okay. Lack of impulse control.
Like lack of full full executive function.
Are those people under an IQ threshold?
No. It's an emotional thing. And if you've had trauma and stuff, that tends to delay it a bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Too. But it's also, it's same thing that allows us to have critical thinking, to stop and think about things as opposed to respond emotionally. Think about the internet right now. Do you see much evidence of that?
A garbage dump.
There you go.
Yeah, of no frontal cortex command.
Thank you. Are we done with your batch? Is there more in the batch?
No, there's like 15 more.
Oh,
we don't need to go through all these.
Oh my God. Is there anything I should not miss before we wrap it up?
I mean, I'm not sure what he's got in that folder.
This is the batch that you've sent me from the last 5 days.
Is there anything in the last 5 days that should not be missed?
I mean, like quarantine stuff is hilarious. No, I mean, I can't.
We're good. We can at least get it. We can
save them.
Next time. We'll do it next time. Well, as always, been a pleasure.
It's been the best.
It's always the best. And we hope you guys enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. Thank you for your calls. I'm sorry those people are still on hold. We don't have time to get to you guys. But we will be back again soon, and we'll tweet out when we are here taking calls. And again, check everything of my stuff out at drdrew.com. Be sure to support the guys that support us. And Christina?
That's it. Check it out. Praise Allah, everybody. Stay safe.
Cheers. See you next time. All conversations and information exchanged during participation of the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.